Hi everyone, welcome to our Global Studies podcast. I'm Hilary Chung.
And I'm Callie Vanderweel. In this podcast, we're going to explain what Global Studies is and how our degree works.
But first, let's hear about what our students say about the program.
Kia ora, my name's Araki. I was a Global Studies student. I studied International Relations and Business. I had studied the area of Europe and my language was French. I also did a conjoint, so I did a conjoint with a commerce degree, and in commerce my majors were operations and supply chain management and management. I did the Toulouse Winter School, which was amazing. It only was a month long, but honestly it was life-changing. And got the opportunity to, go to the headquarters of some, amazing companies, places like Hermes and Danone, and it was just like, this is awesome. So a couple months later, in 2018, I got the opportunity to go to China and learn about the place of indigenous business in China from the Māori perspective. It was really cool. We got to do lots of work with Zespri and Fonterra and sort of see all of these opportunities that Māori have within the context of North Asia. So it was awesome. The food was brilliant. It was just, again, I think that's probably what I've found, is that it has been something that has changed my life. So if it seems up your alley, I honestly would implore you to do a Global Studies degree because it's going to be life-changing. You're going to love it. And so keep your eyes open for all sorts of opportunities because there will be lots.
Hi guys, my name's Callum Tuparangi. I study the Global Politics and Human Rights major of Global Studies. My language is in French and my area of studies is in Europe. The thing I love most about Global would be the diverse range of subjects. You can do subjects from all across university that you wouldn't normally get from your standard degrees, as most are quite narrow. And just as the degree is quite diverse, so are the people.
Hi future Global Studies students, my name is Kali. I take Global Studies with a major in Global Environment and Sustainable Development. My language is Spanish and my area of studies is focused on Latin American history. One of the things that I really love about Global Studies is our motto, which is think globally, act locally. And that just applies to all of the things that we really try and learn here in this degree. All of our coursework is super current and applies to what's actually happening in the world today. And it's really cool to make those connections between, individuals, people, and institutions, things that we don't even realize that are governing our day-to-day life. And when I first started studying, I thought that I'd be learning about what's happening out there and this huge sort of global dynamic that's always at play. But the part that I really want to iterate is the act local part, because the more I study about what's happening out there, the more I learn about myself and how I can contribute and hopefully one day, make the world a better place.
Kia ora everybody, my name is Varsha Ravi and I come from the beautiful country of Botswana, and I'm studying a law and global studies conjoint, majoring in global politics and human rights and studying Chinese. Knowing that I'm a pioneer part of this degree has made me proud for the cohesive space that the university has created, breeding us into future agents of change. I am passionate and in love with what I study because of the people that I've met through this degree. They've made me proud of Aotearoa and the global space, my new home.
Hello there everyone, my name is Thomas. I'm 23 and I'm filming this a little bit late. It's 12:30 in the morning, and that's because I'm one of the few international students at the Global Studies cohort, and I'm currently in Norway because I can't go back to New Zealand because, the border closures. I started this degree in 2018. I'm now a third-year student and I have one semester left. I'm doing the International Politics and Human Rights major with Japanese as my language and Asia as my area of studies. The reason why I really like Global Studies is because you study a range of stuff. You've got politics, you've got a language, you've got a specific area, so you can do Asia or Europe, and for the Asian studies I dive into politics, history, etc., etc. So it's a wide range of different things you can study, and it's really interesting. You get a very good sort of view on different things. So I would really recommend it. It's really enjoyable. It's cool teachers. It's good community. And yeah, maybe I'll see you in 2021.
Hilary, can you tell us a little bit about the history of global studies?
I sure can, Callie. Global studies as a field has been around for about 25 years. And what it does is it focuses on big issues which are too big for any individual country to solve by itself. Our Bachelor of Global Studies has been up and running for 3 years, and it's the only degree program of its type in New Zealand. So you can't do a Bachelor of Global Studies anywhere else in New Zealand. And already in our third year of operation, we have just under 500 students, and our first cohort of students will be graduating really soon.
That's excellent. But I want to know, what do you mean by big issues?
That's a good point, Callie. I think that it means issues that look at things which are global in dimension, like epidemics, migration and refugees, climate change, things like that. Things that require a different type of perspective, which goes far beyond the nation state to address in any way. We're not claiming that all our graduates will be able to solve all these global problems, but to be able to address and be part of a global cooperative body of people who have these ideas front and center. Callie, can you tell us other ways in which our degree is different from a conventional degree?
Sure. So because global studies is focused on issues, we work across conventional fields or disciplines of study, and we call this transdisciplinarity, because in each of our majors, we draw on teaching from all across the entire university. And the other important concept in global studies is glocalities, which combines local knowledge with global perspectives. And we'll show you how this works in a moment. Hilary, what else makes our degree different?
One thing would be you have to learn an additional language. So it's the only degree which has compulsory language study at this university. And you have to choose an area studies component that relates to your degree somehow, to your language, somehow. So in a minute, we'll give you the list of languages and talk a little bit more about that. Linked to this, which also makes our degree different, is the fact that we very strongly encourage every student in our program to go overseas and have some kind of experiential learning overseas before they graduate.
And the reason why we set these priorities is because fundamentally we're creating a new generation of global citizens.
That's right, Callie. The question I am most asked by parents is, what kind of job will this degree lead to? But we actually like to turn that round and ask the students where they want to take the degree.
Because the Bachelor's in Global Studies responds to the changing employment landscape of the 21st century. Our scholars tell us that your generation or their generation is likely to have 8 or 9 careers during their lifetime instead of just one. The jobs that they might do in the future may not even exist yet. And jobs that they might be thinking about might have disappeared by the time they finish their university education.
Yeah, when you think about the impact of things like artificial intelligence in areas like law, it's quite scary. And, accountants won't have jobs anymore. So, this is a real issue for 21st century people. Very different from the attitudes towards the jobs landscape, which were what I was experiencing when I was a graduate. And you got a job and that's it. So the thing is, how do you address this kind of challenge? So for our students, what we do is we emphasize the broad skill set that the Bachelor of Global Studies offers. It's broad-based, it's issues-focused knowledge that we sort of focus on. It has language skills, it has overseas experience, it has teamwork skills, and the ability to work on your own to produce a piece of research. So overall, this is a great skill set to have.
And as far as employability goes, companies, governments, and NGOs can't wait for students like ours to graduate, because we're building a strong list of employers who support this program. You'll also see in our brochure a list of the varied kinds of employment areas that global studies students might go into when they graduate.
You know, I think that a more important question to be asking is why you want to go to university, rather than what job will I end up when I finish. The person that a student is now is not the person that will graduate in 3 to 4 years' time. So these years are fundamental in shaping who you're going to become as a person. So because we have this core concept of transdisciplinarity, localities, language study and overseas experience, Global Studies offers a unique degree to find out who you are as a person and to develop and grow.
Now, I think it's time to talk a little bit about some of the details of the degree. So when you enroll in a Bachelor of Global Studies, you'll need to pick one of 4 issues-based majors that will drive your degree in Global Studies. And those are Global Environment and Sustainable Development, or Global Politics and Human Rights, or International Relations and Business, or Transnational Cultures and Creative Practice. And as you can see, these majors cover everything from sort of social sciences to arts, to business, to economics. So you can use your global studies degree to focus on the things that you already really care about and the things you want to spend your life doing.
Here's a list of all the languages that we offer at the University of Auckland. And as you can see there, if you're doing Chinese, Japanese, or Korean, then your area will be Asia. If you're doing French, German, Italian, Spanish, Russian, or Portuguese, your area study will be Europe. But Portuguese and Spanish also can be done with Latin America as your area of study. And as a quick note, I just want to add, as far as Portuguese is concerned, we don't offer Portuguese at the University of Auckland, but we have an arrangement with Massey so that students who want to do Portuguese can do so via their distance learning program. And we have somebody who's doing that right now. So we know it's working. We are also the only global studies program in the world to have Te Reo Māori as a language and New Zealand as an area of study. And we're also the only global studies program in the world to offer Pacific languages, Cook Islands, Maori, Tongan, Samoan, and to have the Pacific as an area of study. Now, we place a high priority on language study. Now, why we do that is not only to develop the qualities of a global citizen, but also it is the key to understanding how to relate, to understand the local and how to relate it to the global. Because if you're in a situation which is very specific, so for example, if you're in a small Pacific island, part of Samoa, and there are issues that relate to climate change that they're experiencing, you really do need to talk to the people locally in their language and look at their experiences, both for itself and then relate it to the overarching discourses that are implied by an investigation like this. So this is how Glocalities works. Language is at the center of the work that we do.
Now let's clarify the entry requirements for the Bachelor's in Global Studies. Now, for automatic acceptance into the program, you would need an NCEA rank score of 210, plus 16 credits from 3 subjects approved for UE. Under the Cambridge or CIE system, you'd need a score of 230, or for the International Baccalaureate, you'd need 28. Now, in all cases, language study is encouraged but not required.
And because our entry requirements are the same as for most conjoints, about 75% of our students actually do conjoint degrees.
Now, if you want more information, our Global Studies Handbook can be found online at the link here.